Joining me for this very special conversation is Sakshi Vij from Myles. Thank you very much, Sakshi, for joining us today on the Daily Dispatch. I want to begin by asking you a little bit about how the festive period has really panned out, because we've seen a lot of people get out, go on holidays. Intercity traveling is happening a lot. Tell us a little bit about what kind of experience you've seen at Myles.
Thank you, Priya, for having me. Great to be here. The festive period has really come in with a lot of celebrations, a lot of travel. I think domestic travel has actually gone up significantly. We see our customers on the self-drive side of Miles really picking up the cars and moving out of the city, discovering destinations that quite frankly were unheard of on our vehicles for a while. But I think what's interesting is that in terms of numbers, we are seeing almost over 100% increase, because the festive period has also been coupled with the opening up of a lot of restrictions post-COVID and the lockdowns. So there is over 100% increase in the business itself that is coming in, even compared to last year, which was also a huge opening of domestic travel that happened. And what we're also seeing is that even on the subscription side, the number of people who are now looking at subscribing to vehicles, even subscribing to electric vehicles, has actually gone up, because there are a lot more deals in the market. There are more number of vehicles, even in the used car segments, that people are willing to subscribe to.
Interesting perspective out there. Tell us a little bit about what kind of expansion that you're seeing as far as your fleet is concerned, because with more people wanting to get out and travel, I'm sure the demand is also has to match up with the kind of supply available.
Absolutely. So I think the automotive sector in general has been faced with two kind of challenges over the last year. The first, of course, was the lockdown that happened. And that, of course, because that the automotive or the auto sales sector sort of feeds into our subscription requirements and the number of cars that people really want to subscribe to. As the markets opened, there was a significant growth in subscriptions. We actually saw that because the number of EVs that were now being made available in the market increased, almost 40% of our requests on subscription are now EVs. 40% of our fleet actually now is also electric vehicles. The other, sort of trend that we are seeing is that because of the chip shortage in the market from the automotive sector, there's a huge wait list of cars, availability and new purchase of cars. And therefore, there is a huge used car requirement on subscription as well. So that's a change that's happening.
Right. I also want to talk to you a little bit about what's the kind of roadmap going forward, because as we enter 2022, I believe there is a growth blueprint that you've put into place. So tell us, what would be the key pillars of growth going forward?
So I think the year 2022, as with all industries, is being looked at with a lot of hope and progressive approach from us. There are a few things that are going to work for us positively for sure. We already have a large number of OEMs that we are partnered with. We already work with the likes of Maruti Suzuki, Toyota, and MG Motors, where we provide subscription to all of their customers. We have at least 5 more OEMs that are going to launch in the next year. The other important part that's going to happen is we are seeing a huge increase in the used car and the electric vehicle segment. We today have close to 2,000 vehicles on our platform. We believe that the growth in the next year and over the next 5 years will be manyfold of that. Between the last 2 years, we saw almost a 4-fold increase in our business. And I think 2022, with hopefully everything being a little better than the last 2 years, there will be a significant amount of growth that will happen. We are hoping to have at least 10,000 cars on our platform over the next 18 months. So that's the progress, that's the plan really.
What about new cities? Are you looking at adding more cities onto the list?
Yes, so we currently operate on the self-drive segment about 21 cities. We are seeing a huge expansion and progress of the subscription product currently from the main metros, but we are getting significant demand from the tier one or the key state capitals as well. So we do look at expanding the subscription service to places like Jaipur, move into even places like Kanpur, Indore, Lucknow as well. So those markets we would definitely like to tap into.
Okay. I also want to understand in terms of fundraise, considering that you are looking at this aggressive expansion strategy, is any fundraise on the annual?
Absolutely. For a brand like us, we've actually been self-funded and then funded through angel investors for this while, and therefore, I think the next year will be a year for us to expand significantly, and therefore, I would hope there is a fundraise possibility that's also going to happen over the next year. I think our numbers are sort of opening up now. The markets are really great. We're getting a lot of interest from the investor side as well. So hopefully soon.
Any new categories on the platform?
We are exploring the possibility of introducing smaller segment vehicles, which means the two-wheelers and also servicing the last mile delivery segment on subscription. We're exploring it. We've not launched it as yet, but hopefully in the second quarter of 2022.
All right. We wish you all the very best in your journey ahead and in the growth ambitions that you set for yourself. Thank you so much for being a part of the Daily Dispatch. It's really been a pleasure speaking with you. Thanks for your time.